3 goals, 3 points, a massive 3 points. I know you was very upset last week. How are you feeling about that one?
Yeah, listen, I'm upset when we lose because I'm an Arsenal fan, but when we win, Pippa, it's great to see a convincing win sometimes, and I felt like we actually got that today. I know that the first 10 minutes weren't great, and Southampton actually had probably more of the possession and, let's be honest, more of the chances, but I feel like once that goal would come in, we actually built on it. That's something I've not seen for a long time in this Arsenal side, and we saw it against United, we go up, we sit back. We see it against Palace, we go up, we sit back, and we saw it again against Everton. That was what I did not want to see today, and we didn't. So when I'm happy, when we're winning, I'm happy, but I must say that we've been here before and we've seen this. So when you beat a team like Southampton, which, let's be honest, they were poor, really poor.
Not in the first 10 minutes, though.
No, exactly. But overall, I thought they were really poor. When you look at what we're going to do and build from here, that's what matters to me now. Because it's okay beating the Norwiches and the Watfords and the Southamptons. And people will say, oh, that's so negative as an approach. But actually, it's real. Like, we should be beating Southampton at home. So when we do it convincingly, of course, I'm happy. What I'm looking at now is how we can get a kind of momentum going into this West Ham game. And to me, that was a convincing performance to go into that. What I don't want to see is us drop off now. Now, West Ham are a great side. Yeah, West Ham are going to give us problems. But what I don't want to see is us drop off and go back to we're just still not ready, because I believe that we're not ready. I don't think this manager is good enough, and I don't believe personally that that there's going to be anything to try and change my mind unless he somehow gets us into a position of Champions League football.
We still got a long way to go until that happens, and getting 3 points on the board obviously adds up to that. And there was a lot of character showed on the pitch today, especially in the second half. I mean, who stood out for you first of all?
Well, I've always been crying out for Martinelli to get in this side, and today, Pippa, I thought he was class. Yeah. But one player I've got to mention who I don't think gets nowhere near enough credit, I think he's been player of the season, Gabriel.
Oh, wasn't expecting that, but yeah, he has. He has. I thought he was going to say Odegaard then, because 3 and 3. I thought he was going to say 3 and 3.
No, see, I'm not. Do you know, I'll mention him actually, because I've given him a lot of stick, Odegaard, because I kind of feel like he's a good footballer, but I don't really see enough with it. Do you know what I mean?
I kind of feel like he's a good footballer. I mean, he's professional.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, he's good on the ball, but actually, does he create? Does he score? We've seen the last 3 games now, he's got 3 goals. And what did he have? 4 goals in 40 games? That's not good enough for me. So I look at that and think, I want to see him keep scoring goals now, because I don't like the way that he's put in this side. I don't like number 10s in football. I think their position's dead. I think that everyone plays with 2 attacking 8s. And when we put Martin Odegaard in that number 10 with Lacazette, it's like they're both trying to play the same role, if that makes sense. Today, I thought it worked. And, you know, I've got to give Gabriel a lot of credit, because I feel like since he's come in, when he had COVID, he was kind of pretty poor. And then, apart from that, I thought he was exceptional. Towards the end of last season, I thought he was a colossus at the back. I think he's been our best player this season and deserves a lot of credit for me. So there's a few standout performances. I thought Tomiyasu and Saka's link-up play was really good down the right-hand side. But I must admit, I'm really confused about some of these substitutes at times, because we see Pepe again today. Why have we not seen Pepe for a few games, and now all of a sudden Aubameyang misses training? Yeah. So now it's time for him to come back in. No Eddie today, but we see him getting thrown on for a few times before. Really, really bizarre for me in some of the decisions we're seeing from Arteta, but convincing win, mate. So I can't really complain today, to be honest. You know what I mean?
If you was to give a man in the match, who would you give it to? Actually, before we even get onto that, we have to touch on the Aubameyang situation, because we saw some character on the pitch, like I said. Aubameyang was the big talking point before the game, him being dropped, disciplinary reasons, whatever it was. What's your thoughts on the whole situation?
I think his time's done. Because if Arteta comes out publicly and says there's a disciplinary problem, we've seen it, at North Bank, in the North London, exactly, North London derby. And if he has missed training or not turned up for training or whatever it be, and he has done that publicly and dropped him, I'll be amazed if he comes back in an Arsenal shirt. My only question mark over it is who's going to pay him those wages. We might be stuck with him next season, because I don't know any team at the moment that would be willing to spend 350k on a player. I really don't see
Newcastle?
Whoever it be.
No disrespect to Aubameyang, I'm just saying that's a team with money.
That is a team with money, but I don't think Aubameyang would accept it. So I think we're stuck with him, and we could be in a Mesut Ozil situation here. I really believe that. And I think it just goes to show that we need to learn from our mistakes of those, and that can't happen again. Because as much as everybody wanted Aubameyang to stay, looking back at it now, it probably wasn't a very wise decision, and perhaps we should have tried to move forward as a long-term future striker, because Aubameyang isn't going to be it. And I think now you're going to see Arteta and Aubameyang have some clashes moving forward, and it's going to be interesting to see how the manager plays this out, because if it is unprofessional behaviour, disciplinaries needed, non-negotiables that he keeps talking about, then he has done the right thing in dropping him for me. So listen, we didn't miss him today, Pippa, did we? So maybe it ain't such a bad thing at the moment. And when he was playing terribly. So something's happened, I think, mentally with Aubameyang over the last couple of seasons, and I think that it's probably time for us to move on from him now.